All right, shalom, shalom. We GMS Louisiana Saints, the New Orleans camp, coming at you with a pre-camp. First and foremost, we want to give all glory, honors, and prayers to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. All right, and today we just pretty much want to get into a quick lesson about what it takes to get the kingdom. All right. Yesterday we had a little sit-down lesson. All right, pretty much going into the kingdom of heaven, but Jay got to understand that, you know, this is not a free giveaway. All right, you got to work hard, okay, and to the end. You got to endure it to the end. But if you could grab that second entrance for me, brother.
There's a second entrance 7, start verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow.
Yeah, go to that.
I'll go somewhere else.
Where you want to Go on.
You gotta start at 6.
Start at 6. Yeah,
All right.
start at 6.
All right, this second entrance 7, verse 6. There is also another thing, a city is builded and set upon a broad field.
And what's that city? The kingdom of heaven. All right. Go ahead.
And set upon a broad field, and is full of good things.
Good. It's set upon good things, all right? Immortality, pretty much full dominion over the whole entire earth, okay? Rulership, ruling over our enemies. It's set in a broad field, all right? Go ahead.
The entrance thereof is narrow.
Good, that's right. Hey, the entrance is narrow, all right? Everybody can't make it in. And it's going to go on and tell you how one may enter. Go ahead.
And is set in a dangerous place to fall.
And the dangerous place is what? Babylon the Great, different temptations, right? Those are the things that'll tip you over the edge, man. Ultimately, right?
Like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
Con. Hey, it's a perfect balance, all right? You're going to get the kingdom of heaven, but what? The kingdom of heaven is pretty much basically, all right, the best thing you could imagine. All right, you want to say something?
Because that pad of the fire and the water on each side, the road in the pad is hard to get there. It's like the kingdom of heaven is like walking a tightrope, man. You see those guys balancing themselves high above a beam. You can't have no mistakes. And then the mistakes you do have got to be very, very few, man. Because one wrong move. One wrong move, what happens? It's over with for you, man. What happens if you had fire, really had fire on one side of you, and deep water that's, you know, the tides and all type of currents and different predators, and you have no room for error to fall in that shit, man. So you have to be laser focused, all right, on that beam, on that pad to the kingdom, man. And we on that pad right now. We know we gotta learn to determine and to fight within this thing of jumping in and out of this life called the matrix within Babylon.
Like I say this, right? That's why brothers stress communication. Communication does what? It purges away demons. You always pretty much. That's the pump range. That's like the pump range or something. Yeah, like I was saying. Read that last verse again, brother.
It's verse 8. And only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
I remember what I was saying too. That's why brothers stress communication. All right, the communication purges away demons that might get on brothers when they by themselves. All right, and what we doing is what, building each other up to walk into that straight gate. You know, in a single file line. No brother gonna hold your hand. All right, that's why we constantly doing sit downs, calls. All right, before work calls early in the morning, late night calls with brothers, counseling brothers. Those are the things that's gonna help a man walk through that straight gate. All right, without having a brother, linking arms with you. Because I can't help this brother going to the straight gate. None of these brothers can help each other walk with each other into the straight gate.
That's why you get the scripture that says, work out thy salvation with fear and trembling. All right? That don't mean we don't go together, we don't provide precepts, we don't give brothers admonition, exhortation. All right? Yeah, we do work together, but at the end of the day, the Lord gonna judge you by you, with you, according to your works. You gotta go.
What?
Verse 9. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance.
Stop right there. Hey, who is that man? Israel. Okay, and chiefly the elect. That's given unto the elect as an inheritance. You're going to inherit the earth alongside Yahushua. Right?
If he never shall pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
Hey, that's beautiful. Hey, and you have pretty much examples all throughout the world where high-ranking men gave their children these inheritances, and it did what? It rotted away the heart. If you could get that scripture, it said a gift.
What's up?
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, grab it right. Because what? We have to go through these things, that danger. Okay? We gotta learn, all right, what it is to cherish what the Lord has given us. Okay? All right. I'm gonna let him get this precept.
It's Ecclesiastes 7:7. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart.
That's right. A gift destroyed the heart. That's why the Lord has given us these trials, these different tests, before He give us the ultimate gift. All right. You had a precept first, brother.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 4, verse 25. It says, let thine eyes look right on, and let thy eyelids look straight before thee. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand, nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil.
Hey, and what that's ultimately going into is having spiritual tunnel vision, all right? Having that kingdom, the kingdom is the only thing that you should be looking at right now. Like I said, not looking to the left or right. But you had grab that Matthew right quick, brother.
It's Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate.
Right.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many.
Stop right there. Read that last part again.
Right? For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
God. Wide is the gate, and broad is the way to destruction. It's easy to go off. It's easy for the Lord to destroy. Okay?
And that goes back into what the elder was bringing out by this truth is like walking the tightrope. Like you said, it's easy to go off, easy to fall. If you don't have that focus on trying to stay balanced on that tightrope, right? It's gonna easy to fall off.
Hey, because you can't. That's to walk a tightrope is pretty much you have to have a whole nother level of concentration. All right, you can't be listening to the crowd. All right, looking behind you. No, you got to have tunnel vision and looking at exactly what you're trying to reach and what's that the other side. In our case, it's the straight gate. Okay, the kingdom of heaven. All right, you got a little more?
Yeah. It says, and many there be which go in therein. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the path which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
And that straight is a position of difficulty.
That's right.
Because most men just be like, I could just walk straight to the kingdom. All right? Nah. That's a position of difficulty. Meaning what? You're tried on your trail. That's why it says, know the path of thy foot. It says, ponder the way of thy foot, right? So what? You're thinking on the way, man, that thy foot goes. You know? You gotta go.
Yeah.
All right, this is James 2:20. But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead?
That's right. Hey, faith without works is dead, and vice versa. Right? You have to have both. It's a complete balance. You need faith and works, right? In order to enter into the straight gate, right? Okay. To grab that.
This is 2 Timothy 2, and I'm going to start at 3. It says, "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. No man that warreth entangled himself with the affairs of this life."
That's right. Hey, stop right there.
You go around real fast, my man. Thank you.
Hey, read it over.
This is 2 Timothy.
Yeah.
This is 2 Timothy 2 and 3. "Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach."
Hey, why are we enduring hardness, right? As a good soldier, because what? We walking that tightrope, right? We walking in between the fire on the left and the deep waters on the right. That's to try us. Those are the things that's going to purify us in our walk. Go ahead.
No man that warreth entangled himself with the affairs of this life.
That's right. All right. Hey, why can't we entangle ourselves in the affairs of this life? Because those are the things that's going to throw you off. Okay. Just keep imagining that a person walking a tightrope. He can't look over and see his mama in the audience. All right. It's going to throw him off. He can't look behind him. Okay. Those things that'll throw you off.
Like I said in that Matthew, broad is the way that leads to destruction.
That's right.
So, in other words, that folly, that's in that broad way. All that bullshit, that's in that broad way. We know that we have to be diligent to the Lord, and we need to do everything to the best of our ability so we can get out of this bitch and walk the straight gate, walk that tightrope.
And ultimately, they're going to what? Having faith. All right. You have to have faith that, Yahweh Shemel Shai going to see you through all these said perils. Okay. And different day-to-day things that we go through. All right. It takes a certain level of faith for a man to walk that straight gate.
And all too, when he said broad is the way destruction, he said many there be that find it. So that's the easy path. If you got a path that everybody can find, that's easy to find. If you got a path that very few people find, and not only very few people, but few people that are willing to go the path.
That's right.
So, hey, that's the greatest reward to it.
Yeah. It says, again, verse 4, "No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. And if a man also strive for masteries, yet is he not crowned, except he strive lawfully."
That's right. Hey, you were chosen, all right? Lord willing, all these men up here and you fellow servants behind the camera were chosen from the foundation of the earth to what? To inherit the kingdom of heaven. All right? But whatever. You had a precept like God, you get somebody to hold us
It's 1 Peter 4 and 12. It says, "Beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you."
Hey, read that again, Babaka Shah, brother.
It's 1 Peter 4 and 12. "Beloved, thinking not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you."
Hey, I'm gonna just say this, man. When you purifying metals, the temperature is set at a certain temperature in order to bring out that dross, right? To purge that dross. So it's done on purpose, right? You don't just light a golden nugget, right, over a stove and hope that it get purified. No, you have to set it at a perfect temperature to purify it. So read that again, brother.
Right? It says, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you."
Hey, what it's saying? The book of Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter, right? If brother can get that for me right quick.
Let me see you guys. Let's get it for y'all.
It's
The 2nd chapter. You can start at verse 1. Yeah, let's get it.
There's Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1. "My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation."
That's right. All right. When you come to serve the Lord, all right, when you come out here and you start off on the other side, hey, you got to do what? It says, "Prepare thy soul for temptation." And going back to what that brother brought out, thinking not strange when certain things come unto you. Right? All these brothers you see on this side of the camera, on that side of the camera, right? Behind the camera, there was certain things taking place when this knowledge was getting engraved into your souls, man. Right? Certain trials, certain tribulations that brothers went through. Right? The loss of jobs, the loss of family members, right? Being side-eyed by different so-called friends in the world. Those things that'll try you. And as we get closer to the end, it's gonna continue to ramp up. But go ahead.
All right, verse 2. Quick. All right, set thy heart right and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Cleave unto him that and depart now away, that thou mayest be increased in thy latter end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully.
It says take cheerfully. Because what? Right? We understand the process of being purified. Right? It's gonna come to first you getting warm, right? Then it's a climax. These things are to purge us from our wicked nature, man. To go back to our former estates, that angelic estate. It starts here first through the mind. Go ahead.
And be patient when thou art changed to a lower state.
That's right. Hey, be patient. All right? Be patient, man. You got to understand that the Lord, shit don't work on your time, Jake. All right? The Lord have a perfect time, date, place for everything to take place, man. All right? Just sit back and let the Lord burn that dross off you, man. That's all they had in that? Yeah.
For gold is tried in the fire, and the silver of men is in the furnace of adversity.
That's right, the furnace of adversity, to be tried, right? To be put to the test. That's what the elect are going through right now, being put to the test. It's ultimately finna ramp up, and he said perils to come. I'm gonna get that from that brother. You got more on that?
Yeah. It's 1 Peter 4:13, the next verse. It says, "But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Yahushua Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy."
Hey, it's an honor to go through these things, right? It's in the same stead as Yahushua went through, man. Not as severely, but hey, the Lord pretty much chose us from the foundation of the earth to go through these things in like manner. That's an honor, brother. You know what I'm saying? But let me get that up.
Because really a man is known all of his temptations and what the Lord have tested by. And right through the trial, through his trial and reasoning. Right, at the end of the day, your biggest battle, like the elder always said, is you. It's always overcoming the obstacle of what? Right? Doing the things which is right. But this is I got two real quick. This is Proverbs 25:4. It says, take away the take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the fire.
Hey, read that last part about the shop.
It says, take away, Proverbs 25:4, take away the dross from the silver, and there shall come forth a vessel for the fire.
Right, to purge that old man, okay? That's ultimately what it's going into, purging that old man, okay? The former things that you did, the former lusts that you indulged in, you purge that away. You put your body, you make your body a living sacrifice.
That's the dross. That's the thing of no value.
That's right.
Used to actually purify silver or gold. You can't get no money for the dross. You can't get no money for that shit. It's just worthless metal.
That's scrap.
But what comes out of that is a beautiful precious metal, man.
That's right.
And it's amazing the things that the elements go through, which we are a representation of those pure stones, those pure elements of the area. Right? In order to make a diamond, it goes through what? Hell of oppression.
That's right.
Yeah. Same thing with gold. Same thing with silver. All these, that's how we are, man. The Lord put us in that pressure cooker sometimes, man. You will find out coming into this truth, contrary to the world. When you go to the church, they make you think the more you give money, what happens? The more you're going to get. It's not that way in this truth. Right. When you come in the truth, now you finna get tested for more things, man. Right? And that's what, if you come out on the other end, That's the story. That's your story, bro. That's what's been told about you, man. That's what the defiance of the man. The shit he went through, the fights, the wars. Their first war starts with who? You.
Man in the mirror.
The man in the mirror, man.
I got you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bonding them cuts up. Like you say, if you know you're in the war, obviously you're going to get what? Cuts, bruises, stabs, bullet wounds. All right, this is all part of the war. But in the end, to get the Purple Heart reward, let you know what? You done sustained the war, man. That's why Paul said, I fought the good fight. I finished my course.
That's right.
I kept the faith. All right, so he knew it was a fight, and he finished. Henceforth, there's a crown. So there's something that waits. But this 2 Thessalonians 1 and 3, it says, we are bound to thank God always for you, brethren, as it is meet, because that your faith groweth exceedingly, and the charity of every one of you all towards each other abounded, so that we ourselves glory in you in the churches of our power for your patience, sufferance, and faith in all your persecutions and tribulations that ye endure. That's the point. Which is a manifest token of the righteous judgments of our power, that ye may be counted worthy of the kingdom of our power, for which ye also suffer.
Hey, that just said a mouthful, brother. That just said a mouthful, right? It's an honorable thing to go through this. It's an honorable feat, right? This is the most honorable feat that a man can go through on this side, man. Pretty much, ever, right? To be a first fruit in the kingdom of heaven, man, right? To put your body as a living sacrifice for Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man.
Yeah, that's no temptation that's common to man. All right, but the Lord always give us a way to what? Escape.
That's right.
Going back to what the 1 Corinthians 10 and 13, man. So all these temptations is common. They're already written down. So that means they're what? You're able to endure them already. You just gotta have a confidence and faith that you can endure them. Brother got something on there. Hey, get your book.
Somebody got it in 1 Corinthians
10 and 13?
Yeah.
I got it. I get it. I just had no. I get it for you. You want me to get it for you?
Oh, you got it already, huh?
I just mentioned it. Nobody never got it.
Oh, get it.
I just talked about it.
Yeah, right what it said. It's James chapter 1 and verse 12. It says, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. So the blessing ultimately goes to like Yakanama says, man, not giving your so-called tithes to church, then you're going to receive a blessing. No, you come into this truth, and if you've been tried and you endure, you don't fall out, you kept the faith, you're going to finish the race, you're going to ultimately get that crown on the top of your head, man. That's the real blessing from the Lord. All right, go ahead, huh?
This 1 Corinthians. Which one you got? All right, fine. We thought she Oh, this 1 Corinthians 10 and 13 for the elder. It says, there had no temptation taken you, but such is common to man. But our power, Yahweh, is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it.
Yeah. So if something happens and it's true, you slip, you fall. What the scripture says, the righteous man falling how many times? 7 times. What's the main point, though? You fail.
Get it back up.
Get it back up. They say get back up, right? Yeah. So if something happened to you, a common temptation took you, all right, what you do? You slip, you fall, but get back up, man. Get the game plan and get back out here. Get back on the highways and byways, man. We don't, as a man of law, we don't slip and fall and wallop in the shit. You know how a hog, a pig, they just wallop it all in the pit, all in the mire, and they lay down in the shit, man. We don't lay down, man. We get up. I forgot that scene. I said it a long time ago. But when you brothers remember the scene from Rocky, I think he got knocked out. Yeah. And the old man said, "Get up, you son of a bitch." You know, he said something.
Yeah, Mickey loved him.
Yeah. Because he was going out for the count. He heard that, he popped up, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. He remembered himself.
Yeah. And sometimes the Lord has things happen in your life where you slip, you fall, all right? And then the Lord put something happens where you put a jolt of energy back in your ass, man. Remember like that nigga Hulk Hogan, and keep you out for the count, that nigga. Oh, get the fuck, Hey, you know, sometimes you need that to happen, man. Sometimes spiritually you need that to happen. You need a person to lay it on you, man. You know, a lot of times Jake need fire up under his ass, man. Right? But we don't slip and fall from the temptation because the Most High made it. The Most High already set the story for you to overcome this shit, man. Or some guys will fall in it. All right? It's the start. It's that hash and the ending. You gonna be known by what that hash is. What happened to that hash, man? He started off, but he ain't finished.
The end of the man.
All right?
Real what he had.
Yeah. This is part of your story. So make the best of it, man. All right? This is another one I told you verse 10.
Yeah, got this. We got it.
Yeah, get it.
It's 2 Corinthians 12:9. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness.
My strength and the weakness, my weaknesses, this is where my strength is supposed to lie at, because I focus and concentrate on the weaknesses that I have, man. Go ahead. Most
gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities,
my shortcomings, my falls, because it's made aware to me what made me fall, what made me slip, and you grow from it, man. Those are the steps of the keys to the kingdom of heaven, man. All right? The kingdom of heaven, it's a rocky road. A lot of pitfalls, obstacles in there. I think if an obstacle in your way, you jump over a wall. Sometimes you might not jump over all the way. You fall down and bust your ass, man. But what happens? You gotta get back up, keep going. Don't stop. Like I always say, you just started off, you got this far. You look back, guess what? Even the finish line far as fuck now, man. You might well just keep going. You halfway to the end. Yeah, that's right. The point of no return, man. You got something?
Yep. This 2 Timothy, all right, real quick, back to brought up. It's 2 Timothy chapter 3, all right, and verse 12. It says, yea, and all that will live godly in Hamashiach Yahushua shall suffer persecution.
All. Yeah, I'm gonna make that point, brother. All. Not just a few, not the majority, but all. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, because I'm gonna say this too. Like the apostle said a long time ago, man, you ain't catch no hell. You gotta want to be even in the truth.
Something wrong.
Something wrong. The Lord probably ain't dealing with you. You're gonna go through something. Your car gonna break. All right. Some gonna be. You gonna feel resistance from something, man.
That's right.
That's why I was saying, me personally, I get nervous if something ain't happening. I want to stay in that balance, man. Right in the middle. I ain't trying to go too much, and I ain't trying to see too much.
Yeah, like to add, the whole point of the Job story was he was a man that eschewed evil, did everything right in the Lord. Who was the only thing he didn't have? Tribulations, right? Disease. That's because Job, the whole story of Job, he tell you like, Lord, why are you doing? I don't fornicate. I don't go off. I like, what you doing this to me for? Because the only thing he didn't have was evil. That's the only thing he didn't have, man. Or what? Went through, in other words, because he had everything else.
You got to ultimately make him complete.
That was going to complete him.
Hey, guess what?
Yeah.
We, as men of the Lord, we as the story of Israel, we are a representation of Job.
That's right.
Because what happened back with Adam? The Lord was teaching Adam something. Adam only knew good. So what's time to learn? To learn balance, to learn bad, to learn balance, man. And you best believe through this ass whooping of slavery, being here in America, we learned. We know what not to do now, man. Now we're just waiting for the Lord to deliver us, man. And the mission ain't complete either. I'm gonna say that. it's still a work in progress. Every day, every second is a work in progress. Yeah. Go ahead, Doc.
I got, hold on, I can do
Go ahead.
All right, the
Start breaking it down, too.
2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 12. Yea, and all that will live godly in a Mashiach Yahushua shall suffer persecution. Verse 14. But continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and hast been assured of, which is what? Being fully persuaded. The brother was going into that earlier about the biggest fight is within ourselves. Self-examination deals with what? Am I really in the truth? Is the Lord really dealing with me? Okay? Because, hey, demons jump on brothers and I have you questioning that. Okay? Is the Lord really dealing? Yeah.
It should have happened to you in the truth, man.
Yeah.
Some of the, particular things, like rulings and judgment will come down on you. It's about how you bounce back from this shit, man. Your integrity is going to be tried. Your character is going to be tried. Because why? Jake, in the world, you ain't have character. Living amongst auntie, mama, uncle, them niggas don't got a character. So what happened? You tagged along and brought those traits in the truth. And so the Lord going to test those chinks in your armor, man. Hoping and persuading you to get out of that, man. Being more manfully, man. Right? Character. Integrity, man. Right?
Yeah.
Those are the same things that defines a man. And it's true, man. Do you have some of it? Do you have it? Go ahead, Doc.
To back up what you were saying.
On my back, one more too. Accountability, man. That's another thing. Another trait Jake gotta start taking on. Being accountable. Go ahead, Doc.
To back up what you said about Job, it's Hebrews chapter 2, verse 10. It says, "For it became him for whom are all things, and by whom are all things," talking about Yahushua, "and bringing many sons unto glory, to make the captain of their salvation perfect through sufferings."
Perfect through what?
Through suffering.
Suffering. So that's the opposite of the churches, man. You gonna come over here and you gonna suffer. Some way, somehow. All right? Whether it's financially you're gonna suffer, physically you're gonna suffer, or various other things gonna happen in your life to where you're gonna suffer. Both.
When you look up the actual biblical definition of the word tribulation, it goes into someone's daily life of suffering, man. It's a part of your daily life. So when you come into this truth, you put your hand to the plow. You should know I'm really finna get it now. Lord really finna put that pressure on.
And that's what's going to make you want the kingdom even
Right.
more. Suffering. Your life is perfect here. If you're comfortable in Babylon the Great, you're not longing for the kingdom. You got your consolation.
Yeah. This side.
Yeah, the Lord gonna put you through 144,000 degrees of fire, man. You gonna get your ass right up in that oven. And he going slow too. You're gonna look at the other end of that oven and see if you're coming out of there, man. Your ass might melt. I don't know. You gotta make it to the other side though, man.
That's where patience. Patience actually goes into suffering.
Right.
Yeah.
It makes you hard.
Yeah.
It makes you a soldier.
Wait, we're gonna end it on that.
Okay. It's Psalms 139 and 23. It's King David talking. It says, "Search me, O Yahweh, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and see if there be any wicked way in me, and lead me in the way of everlasting." Right? So that's what you literally need to be praying to the Lord to reveal these weaknesses to you, man. That need to be the main thing you pray for. Before you pray for the Lord to fix your issues, you need to pray for the Lord to fix you, so you can deal with your issues, man. A lot of the time, them blessings ain't just gonna fall out the sky. He gonna get you to fix it. He gonna put you in the right mindset. Oh, I know how to deal with this now.
I do it spiritually. That's it.
Yeah, you can close it out, huh?
Hey, we hope this pre-camp lesson has been edifying. First and foremost, like we always gonna do, we want to give infinite honors and glories to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Akim who pushing this truth sincerely. We want to say shalom.
Shalom.